This is my Eleaf iStick 50 long-term review. Had this now for probably about 6 months. I'll put it in the footer box exactly how long it is. I had to go back and check my timeline. But it's been about 6 months now. We're going to do an up close and personal and see how it's held up. One thing to take note of is the scratches on the top. I don't think that you're going to be able to avoid that. I change the tanks out several times a day. This particular mod runs everything from Nautilus Mini to the Aspire Atlantis 2 that was on it in the opening, and I'm carrying it in my pocket every day for 6 months. It's the only vape I have. I don't have a wall full of mods behind me that I can show everyone like the more upscale reviewers. I just have the one that I use that I had to pay for. Now these scratches, I don't think you can avoid them if you're going to carry it out around with you as much as I do. The grit in your pocket, it might be. There might be some way if you're super anally retentive, but I use this. I use this device every day. It's the only device I have, like I mentioned, and so that's something for everyone to be aware of. Now, you know, when the tank's on there, you're not going to see it. They'll be covered, so it's not a horrible problem. As far as the rest of the case goes, I have a couple of scratches. You'll notice there's actually, I think, a crack that I managed to get in there. I had that in my back pocket one day. You can see that, I don't know. And that's the only real deep scarring. It doesn't affect the function at all. You'll notice that the fire button, put this back on here, you'll notice that the fire button is starting to wear down to whatever base metal is that copper, as well as the bottom. The bottom is fairly heavily worn and it's starting to show through with copper. Now, like I say, this is about a 6-month review. The unit has been dropped numerous times, and it's worked fine. I've never had it fail. I've run everything from, I've run it down to probably pretty close to the 0.2 ohm limit with drippers. I don't currently fool with the dripping because it's too much of a pain in the ass, and I get plenty of airflow and a good quality vape off of these new sub-ohm tanks. I've got the Ice Sub polycarbonate, I've got a Kanger Sub Mini, and I've got this Aspire Atlantis 2, which is currently my kind of my go-to tank. I love it. It's just airflow is massive on it. This running a 1 point something ohm coil on it right now, because I think perhaps the 0.4 ohm coil on this particular Addy is maybe a little underpowered for 50 watts, although I got along fine with it until I got this one ohm coil. Coil seemed to last quite a while on these sub tanks as well, but it's currently sitting at about 40 watts. I'm going to take a vape on it.